Yeah, I'm on parole right now. I'm not even supposed to be here. I just did 10 years in prison.
Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. Mwah. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever. I got the microphone working. So today, instead of doing what are normal videos of me reading out Reddit stories and things like that, we're going to go over some TikToks that are just absolutely friggin' wild. So let's hop straight into it and see what we're getting into for today.
Story time on how I went on a date with a murderer. So if you know me, then you know I sell plates. I'm a chef. I cook every Sunday and sell plates. So I had these dudes that stayed in my neighborhood a few buildings down. They would get plates off me every single week. So this particular week, I guess their uncle was in town. So my assistant had brought their orders out and came back up and was like, hey, it's somebody that want to see if you got any additional food left. Go talk to them. Normally, I don't go down there to talk to people, but I'm like, okay, cool.
She's trying to get that bag. Okay, I would go down and talk to them, just to see if, but at the same time, this is where she lives at, and you sell plates out of your house. That gets a little dicey sometimes. I think we're probably going to figure out why with this story, because people are weird.
So it was the dude uncle. He see me, and the first thing he said, is you on the menu? You fine? Like a little comment like that. And I'm looking like, you cannot be for real right now. So
Ew. See, I told you, people are weird.
he ended up placing the order and getting the food, and I ended up having to leave out to run to the store. As I'm running to the store, he stops and he was like, that food was good, you can cook. I really want to get to know you, sweetie. You're beautiful. You're this, that, and the third. And I really wasn't going for. I was really brushing him off. I give my plates out. I put business cards in the bag, and I guess he got my business number from the bag and texted me a picture of himself and was like, I really want to get to know you, sweetie. Blah, 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 blah.
We've been over this before. Dudes, stop hitting on people while they're working.
So I'm still curving him at this point. So the next day come, and I was going to look at my mailbox or whatever. So he outside, I guess on the balcony, he see me. He like, hey, sweetie, still trying to talk to me. He like, can I get a second of your time? Literally walks all the way down and comes and talks to me. He like, I really want to get to know you. Let's go get a drink. If you know me, you know I don't drink. Not really. So I'm like, I don't drink, but we can go get food. You feel me? One thing I'm real big on, y'all, is I don't get in people's cars. Like, if a dude want to come get me on the first date, that's a no-no. And I don't let people in my car.
And that is absolutely how you should treat that. On a first date, just take your own car, take your own transportation, okay? It circumvents so many other issues that could actually happen if you are hopping into someone else's car and things like that. Then you might find yourself in a situation where you're either stranded, where you went on a date at because the date didn't go well, or they said something that you didn't like and you called them out, and then now you're stranded. Or worse, now you're stuck in a moving car with someone, and if they choose that moment to say something out of pocket, that gets real awkward real fast and real dicey, and it could go any number of different ways, and we don't want that for you.
He was from out of town. I don't know if I said that. So I guess he was staying in a hotel, but he didn't drive. So he was like, okay, let me get in your car and we can go together. And I'm not thinking nothing of it because the place we was going was 4 minutes away from my house. I'm like, okay, cool. So we get to the place and we sit at the bar, and I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm trying to get to know him. I'm like, how old are you? Do you have kids? Have you been married? What do you do for work? I'm asking what you're supposed to be asking. And he just kept saying, I'm just trying to spend some time with you. I'm only here for 2 more days. I want to get to know you. It's really like that. So I'm just looking at him like, what? So he ends up telling me I'm on parole. I'm not even supposed to be here right now.
Excuse me? I'm on parole? I'm not even supposed to be here right now? Oh no.
The fuck? So he tells me, oh yeah, I'm on parole right now. I'm not even supposed to be here. I just did 10 years in prison.
What you do 10 years for? 10 years? It had to be some pretty pretty bad.
So I'm looking like, what you was in prison for? He said murder, supposedly. Fuck you mean supposedly? If you did the 10 years, nigga, ain't no supposedly. But then
I'm with her. How do you mean supposedly?
this man tells me that he got 5 kids, he working real estate, flipping houses. So I asked him, like, how old is your youngest? And he said 7.
You've been in prison for 10 years, but your youngest kid is 7. Okay? Do you have conjugal visits? Because conjugal visits are reserved for, if I believe correctly, conjugal visits are reserved for wives. Was he married before? We'll see. Hey, maybe she broke up with him after he got out of prison. Who knows?
So I'm like, how the fuck he got a 7-year-old if he just did 10 years? The math is not mathing. So you're probably married and y'all was doing the visits, you feel me, while you was locked up. That's the only thing that's making sense. I ain't no dummy. I admitted, I'm like, fuck no, like this shit is take me the fuck home. So the whole time he kept trying to insinuate that I was coming back to his hotel with him, and I kept making it clear, no, I'm not. He kept trying to get me to drink, so I already see what the vibes was on. I'm like, yeah, fuck no. Then I think once he finally got to the point where he realized that it's not happening, I'm not going to your room, and I'm not drinking. So then he starts to get irritated, and I can tell he start getting mad, you feel me? But mind you, Buddy just did murder, so baby, I ain't trying to make it too mad. He started getting mad to the point where he want the check. So he's at this point he's damn near yelling at the bartender. So I'm like, this cannot be for real. Like, I will really leave this man. I don't give a fuck. I end up texting my homegirl. I'm like, hey, call me in 20 minutes and act like it's an emergency. You know how us bitches do. Act like you need me to come right now. Yeah.
That's girl code. That's girl code. Okay, we will tell each other to call each other, you know, just so that we can get out of a situation or something like that, because we don't know how that's gonna turn up, you know, or turn out if we just flat out reject the guy or something like that. I mean, and also he went to prison for murder.
That's like his whole demeanor changed. So I low-key started getting scared. So one thing about me, baby, I watch crime stuff on a daily. I love crime stuff, and I see every episode of Criminal Minds. You not gonna get me. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared, but I keep that mouse tool on me, baby. So if he really wanted to get down like that, we could. But I started playing along, so I started touching his leg. I'm like, oh, I actually might come back to the room with you. No, I'm lying like fuck. Leave, you know, it's time to go. I'm gonna drop you back off at your nephew shit, and you feel me, I'm gonna go back to my shit and get it back. Mind you, I told my homegirl to call me, so Heaven called me right in time, like, where you at? I need you, it's an emergency. You feel me? I had her on speaker so he could hear it. But we finally get back to my neighborhood. I dropped him off at the building he was supposed to be at, and I start driving towards my building. Why the fuck do I see this man start walking towards my building? And
no, that's stalker behavior. I just dropped you off at your building. Go in.
I'm big on vibes and spirits. I can pick up when a vibe is not right. So I started to get scared, so I just sped the fuck off. I'm telling Heaven, like, girl, I'm finna come to your house because she stayed right down the street. So it took me like 3 minutes to get to her house. I get to her house, and this man is calling my phone back to back. So she pick up my phone, and she like, stop calling her. And then we like blocked him. Mind y'all, I didn't even know this man first and last name. So what I ended up doing, I had his number. I put his number on Cash App. I found his first and last name, and I had to dig and find out like everything, because I'm like, ain't no motherfucking way. I found an article. He had got locked up literally 10 years ago for murder. And he definitely was not supposed to be in the state that he was in, because when you on parole, you can't leave the state. Well, let me stop lying. I don't know if you can, but I'm almost positive you can. Yeah,
there are certain places where you're not supposed to go when you're on parole, and depending on what type of parole you're on, you may not be able to leave the state unless it's with your parole officer's permission. But it doesn't sound like he had permission to do that.
He was just giving me psychopath vibes. Like, something in my spirit was telling me that man was crazy. And I'm so glad I'm very spiritual, because God was telling me, like, yeah, cut it. He ended up following my business page like 2 weeks later, and he does in fact have a wife and all of them damn kids. And it was too many red flags, and I can't blame nobody but myself, because why would I go on a date with that man anyways? Like, you feel me? I just be doing shit, but I never do it again.
Ooh. Couple of things here. I would never go on a date with someone who, like, if I lived in an apartment complex and that person also lived in the same apartment complex and I don't, like, know them like that, I would never go on a date with that person, because getting away from someone who has a right to be in the same space where you're living is annoying. All right, let's dive into the next one.
Follow along, bitches, because this story is fucking juicy. Story time. So, I have a client. My client has a friend group. She went out with one of her friends. So her and one of her friends went out. They got Litty Kitty. Now, her friend told...
I'm sorry. It's a finger demonstration for me. So freaking adorable. Plus, also, Litty Kitty, cute.
Told my client that she has been sleeping with one of their friends' sons. The son.
Oh no, ew,
Now, the love affair started when he was 18. He is now 25 years old.
The love affair started when he was 18. They had to have been flirting before that, okay? At least a little something. She had to have been giving him some kind of signals before that. So, again, ew.
25 years old. She is 56 years old. They started doing the nasty when he was 18 and she was 48 years old. Now, it's screaming mommy issues, but also my client goes, would you tell your friend that she is sleeping with her son? I was like,
Yes, absolutely. I'm telling. Okay, I still have not been able to find this song on YouTube, but somewhere in the range of about 12 to 13 years ago, my sister showed me this song, and if anyone can find me the video and put it in the comments, it goes, I'm snitching, yeah, I'm snitching, yeah, I'm telling on you. Yes.
I don't know. Like, they're consenting adults, but the friend who was doing the bad deed is married also. So
Oh, and she's married. Ew! Oh my god, it just keeps getting worse. Oh, god. Woo!
she is like, do I break up both families?
That's not you breaking up both families, okay? When someone does something wrong and you tell someone that that person did something wrong, that's not you breaking up the family. They did it. They broke it up. Whatever's done in the dark will always come to light. Trust me, I know. I've done some stuff in my past that I'm not quite proud of. And guess what? It came to light. My chickens came home to roost. I paid the price for it. And you accept it. You move on. You do what you need to do to try to make yourself a better person. Okay? Would I ever do what I did back then in the past? Absolutely not. That was like literally one of the worst things I've ever done in my life. But I am glad that I went through that, because it has made me a better person. Because when I did that, I did not respect myself. Okay? But now that I do, I would never never do the things that I've done in the past. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing I film these videos when no one's home. Because they would get tired of me shouting real quick.
Like, Because and also, can we trust that the friend decided to start when he was 18, or was she a smeditor?
That's what I was just saying. You don't know if it started right after he turned 18. When did the flirting begin? It's kind of weird. Very sus.
You know what I mean? So my client is like, what do I do? And I'm like, God damn, I don't know what to do. What do you guys think? Does my client tell her friend that they have a thing going on? Like, what do? Because you couldn't tell me that. Now I don't have children, but I could tell you right now, if my nieces or nephews were in that situation, I would it'd be a blood. Oh, fuck. You couldn't tell me that shit.
I'm gonna be honest. If someone if I found that out about one of my friends and my son, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. I would be, first of all, okay, I'm not gonna get myself sent to prison, but we are gonna have words and issues. We are gonna have lots of words and issues because, like, I just, Back to the video.
I would rock them, sock them, and I would rack up charges. I would rack them up. So, what does my client do? I'm asking TikTok, what does she do? Does she say something? Does she not say something? Because it's a slippery slope either way, right? I'm thinking it's a slippery slope, but I don't know. Or does she mind her little business because they are all consenting adults? What do you do? What do you fucking do?
Back to that song. I'm snitching. Yeah, I'm snitching. I'm gonna call the cops with 2 phones. No, I'm telling. That's it. I would tell my friend. I would absolutely tell my friend if I knew that one of our other friends was sleeping with her son. Ew, you're gross. No. All right, one more video.
I'm gonna tell y'all why me and my close friend of like 4 years cut each other off cold turkey like last week. This bitch. Y'all, 2 weeks ahead of time, we made plans to spend the day on a lazy river that's downtown my area and go out that same night. 2 weeks prior, right? She live an hour away. You know, we got some distance, so we gotta plan this shit. So we made the plans or whatever. Cool, everything's set in stone. I texted her the day before and I said, are you planning on spending the night? Because, you know, we spending the whole day together. We're gonna go out. We're gonna probably, you know, have a good time. It's gonna be late. Do you want to spend the night? She texted me back. She said, oh, I have plans, boo.
What do you mean you got plans? Didn't we have plans?
Boo. Huh? I thought we had plans. So I texted her back. I'm like, oh, I thought we... And she was like, oh, I, you know, mixed up the days. Let me, like, sort it out. And I was like, okay, like, I get it. Like, are we still good, though? And she's like, yeah. So now it's the day of. She's supposed to be in my house at 12 o'clock. It's about 11, an hour before. So me, I'm up, I'm ready to go. I packed the bag, got us some drinks, got us towels, got us tubes, everything we need for the day.
See, I love a girlie that's prepared. You know, get snacks, tubes, towels, everything. You know, get it. I love a good lazy river day.
She texts me, she's like, oh, I just woke up. I'm super sick. Bitch, I sense a lie. I know you're lying. But you know what? I don't have the energy. So I just said, okay, feel better. Whatever, bitch. Whatever. As the day progresses, she is shamelessly posting all on her story. She out, she drinking, she having a good time, she hanging out with her friends, she getting lit, she, you know.
Do you not remember that everybody has the internet, sweetheart? Like, she wanted her to find out. She wanted her to find out. That's the only reason for that. She wanted her to find out. Because if you didn't want her to find out, then all you had to do was not post the stories. That's it. If you didn't want her to find out, all you had to do was not post the stories.
Aimlessly. So I'm looking at the story like, I thought you was sick as a dog. Couldn't make it to these plans we planned 2 weeks ago that you confirmed last night. Okay. So I comment on her story and I'm like, girl, I knew you were lying. And she said, oh, I just wasn't feeling good about my body. I didn't want to be in a bikini. Ew. Anyways, what? Like, I said, so say that. You literally could have said that. Why did you have to? I'm feeling bad. Oh, she's so sick. Trying to feel bad because I know you fucking lying in the first place. You could have just said that. You know what I mean?
She's not wrong. She could have just said that. Just say that. Just say, I want to go out with my other friends, but know what you're doing. And see, the problem is she knows what she's doing, and she wants to try to avoid the consequences, but still enjoy, going out with the other friends. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Her response to me saying just say that, off the charts. She responds to me and says, girl, I know you're not talking. It doesn't matter what my reason was, the outcome's still the same.
It's not about the outcome or even your reason. It's the fact that you lied about it. That's it. That's it. You lied about it. You could have just been upfront and say, hey, I'm sorry, I want to go out with these other friends. I think these plans are going to be a lot better. I'm going to have more fun, blah, blah, blah. But you didn't want to do that because then you know that you're an a-hole.
Oh my God. And I'm telling you, me and this girl have never had an issue. Our friendship has just been friendship. We've never had a falling out. We've never had an argument. We've never had an issue. We've always been cool as fuck. I'm trying to figure out where this bad vibe is coming from. I don't get it. So I don't even respond because you know what? I have to choose peace. I really do, because I'm at the point of my life where if I choose violence, it will quite literally be violence. You know what I mean? So I just never responded. I said,
and sometimes that's the best way to handle it, is to just not respond. Okay? Sometimes it's the best way that you can handle a situation. There doesn't always have to be a response. There doesn't always have to be a clapback. There doesn't always have to be, you over explaining or explaining what they did to you, how you made them feel, because they're not listening. She obviously doesn't care, so she's not listening. So that's the best thing that she could have just done, is just drop that hot potato and move on with your day.
I don't know what's going on with her. I'm going to leave it be. I never responded. About a week later, she texted me. She said, are we beefing?
It's not beefing if I don't care. I'm a little sassy today.
Are we beefing right now?
I said no. We don't have beef. I just don't feel like being friends with somebody who is getting super sassy and defensive after blatantly lying to me. Her response was something along the lines of like, it doesn't matter if you're my friend, my family, my man. I don't have to tell you nothing. I don't have to tell you no reason as to why I don't want to do something. That's just how I feel. I don't owe nobody nothing.
No, you don't. But you still did and you lied about it. All you had to say was, I'm sorry, I'm not going. That's it. That. I'm sorry, I'm not going. That's all you had to say. But instead, you made up a lie. I hate when people try to circumvent the actual issue and try to place another issue in there that could possibly fit, but that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is the fact that you lied.
What's that little violin? Boo fucking who, bitch? I don't. At this point, ugh. So I said, oh, okay, if that's how you feel, then this surely is the best decision for this friendship. Because actually, to have a relationship with somebody, you have to owe them the respect of being honest and upfront, maybe. You're like, what? Well, I surely think this is the best decision then. Because you actually just lied. Like, blatantly lied to me. And then shamelessly posted that you, in fact, were lying all over your story for me to see. And now you're upset that I'm upset. Oh my god, that's crazy. That sounds like actually you're gaslighting me. Okay, so her last response to me was, well, you gave that man this many chances and you can't even give it to your friend?
Yes, maybe I did. And maybe I learned my lesson and I'm tired of being walked all over. How about that? Oh no, personal growth.
Oh my fucking goodness. You know, because of that man, that's the reason I'm not allowing people to treat me this way anymore. Does that make sense to you? It makes sense to me. Because I gave that person so many chances after disrespecting me, why would I continue to let everybody get chances to disrespect me? I learned my lesson, ho! Bitch, I learned my lesson! Apparently I needed to stop being friends with your fuck ass. Oh my god, I can't. And she probably will see this. Girl, fuck you. Truly, seriously, fuck you. That was an asshole ass move. And I love you, girl. But fuck you.
Oh, I love it. All right, well, thanks for listening to these TikToks and watching videos with me today. This was a little interesting. I actually have way more of these videos that I have stored up on my computer. So we're gonna like start sprinkling this in with the Reddit stuff. But oh my goodness gracious, this is, people are wild. People are wild. And I actually had a friend that I stopped being friends with, like, because of a situation over plans. If I tell the quick version of the story, she had a work thing at the shore, and we were supposed to spend 3 or 4 days together while she does the work thing, and then when she's not working, we were supposed to just enjoy being at the shore. She's no child. I had 1 child at the time. Okay, we did it the year prior. My child stayed with my ex-husband. Everything was great that year. This year, right as about 3 weeks before we were supposed to go on this this little vacation thing, something happened at my son's school, and I needed to be there and stay there and support my son. Okay, and also I had just gotten a new apartment, and I was going to be moving the week after our little vacation. So, actually, no, not the week after, the week right before our little vacation, I was supposed to be moving. So, son's school, moving, and then the little vacation. Well, I told her, I'm sorry, but I can't go on the vacation because I have to be here to support my son, and I still also have this other stuff going on. And boy, did she get mad and stop really talking to me or answering me, except for to ask me to still pay for my half of the hotel room, which I did because I don't know. at that point in time, like, I was a little bit of a pushover. I should have put my foot down and said, no, I'm not, paying hundreds of dollars for a room that I'm not staying in. That's on you. I gave you plenty enough time. But also, it was also during the summertime, and I know that it's hard to switch rooms, especially for the reasonable rate that we were getting at hotels at the shore. So, I just did it. I just gave her the money to, like, just be done with the whole situation. And then I never talked to her again. She messaged me once over Facebook, right as the Rona was starting to get real big. But then after that, like, I didn't respond to it because I didn't even know how to respond to it. I didn't really feel like opening that door back up. So I just didn't respond or anything like that and just left it at that. So, oh well, people are weird. Friendships and some people are meant to be seasons in your life, and some people are meant to be there forever. My forever girl is my girl Jen. I still have your birthday present over here, and I know you just messaged me on TikTok yesterday, so I want you to make sure you bring your butt over here on Saturday. I'm coming to get you regardless. Thanks for listening to my nonsense. I love you all so much. Anyone who's listening this far.